Alright, so here we are, round 2 of the draft. I learned a few things from the previous match, or rather, round 1, game 1, I learned that sacking off my mana accelerant creature is probably not the best idea. I think this hand is keepable. It's a little awkward. We're on the play, but I think it's... Why is it end of my turn? That doesn't make sense. Why is it his turn? Did I not win the die roll? Oh, okay, I see. That's weird. Why it said it was like his turn, even though he was resolving a mulligan. I usually thought it was like resolving mulligans or something. They should really put that up there instead. So he mulled a 5, which is kind of good news for me, but I also have a 2-land hand. So it can be pretty awkward here. I can play the red fur ranger, or I think I like the red fur ranger a little bit more. The invoker. Invoker I can play shift onto something more relevant, whereas getting the prophecies going can be pretty strong. Okay, so he's just gonna kill it. So given that I run 17, I have 15 left in my deck now. It's possible I just don't draw a land and have to play this, and then just end up passing the turn. That's a little awkward, but there's not much I can do about it. I think this was still a fine keep. I do have Fury Indignation, so I can kill the Elder. Okay. So this is a little awkward because I can kill this, and I think that's the play here, to kill this as opposed to playing rights. I can play rights later. Go ahead and get this off the field. Go ahead and pump it for 1. Get in 3 damage. I could have pumped it for 2, but it seems wasteful. Because if I do get a land, I can play... Well, I guess I can't play anything. I don't want to play the Predatory Prey in most cases. I'll probably just end up playing Brides of the Tranquil Dream. Okay, that's a little annoying, but that's not very threatening. Yeah, that's not particularly threatening, so I'll probably just play Rights. I don't think he's going to block with that. If he does, I think I'm okay with that, so I'm just going to attack anyway. It's a 2 mana, it's a 2-drop for a 2-drop. If he's not going to block, then I'll just do 1. Because I have these 2, and then depending on what he plays, at end of turn, I'll determine whether it's better to play the Snarling Ambusher or the Rights, but I'm feeling like it's going to be the Rights. Okay, so he played another Flyer. That's a little problematic for me. So I think I want to play Rights here. Well, it's kind of a hard choice, because if I play the Ambusher, it develops the board. And then I can have Ambusher fight off the Windborn Disciple. I think that's a little bit better than playing the Rights here. Assuming I hit a mana, I can Predatory Prey. Actually, I don't even need to hit a mana, I can just do this. If I do hit a mana, I can just play the Smashodon. Reveal troops get +1/+1. Or I could just +1/+1 everything. I'm not really in much of a race here. I think it's better to do this. I'll swing at this, and I don't think he'll block, but I can start sinking a lot of mana into it. So that's really nice to hit those. Probably get the Blade Dancer. and swing for 5. Because that really puts a clock on him, right? And I can play it next turn. I don't think he has something for 1 mana that's actually going to do anything relevant. So go ahead and do this. To go to 5 mana. And then play the Blade Dancer this turn. I'll probably swing with both, because if he wants to trade his 3-drop for my 2-drop, then I'm okay with that. Can I not play this? Okay, here we go. I guess the game's just lagging. Game feels really laggy right now for some reason. And this puts a lot of pressure on him. Like I said, if he wants to trade his 3-drop flyer for my 2-drop, I'm okay with that. I'm not particularly privy to hanging on to this, but I have him under a lot of pressure right now. I play this next turn. I don't think I have another elf. Is this an elf? It is an elf, so I will get a shard next turn if I play this. I guess he's leaving this up to block, but I figure if you're going to do that, you might as well have blocked last turn anyway. So here we have 5. Is this basic? Oh, yeah, it is basic. That's a little awkward. Can I just kill him? I think I can. If I just get rid of this, doesn't he just die? He has to kill this turn. Okay, so he's just gonna concede. Yeah. No, I don't think he was gonna win that way. Smashodon is continually being awkward in this deck. A lot of his stuff has like 2 toughness, so I almost feel like I should have just sideboarded Smashodon and ran 2 Fury Indignation main. I don't want to cut something that costs a low curve, like Deathmask Assailant. I'd probably just cut the Wrathwood Larch or the Smashodon. Smashodon's actually... Smashodon costs 6, doesn't really provide that much upside other than Crush. Wrathwood Larch is a little bit easier to keep than Smashodon, because Wrathwood Larch actually does something. If your hand is not that great. So he mulled a 5, which is unfortunate for him. He's playing like this weird like spiderling, this weird deck with like spiderlings and like some flyers. This hand's really slow. We have plenty of mana, but we're on the draw. I don't think we can actually do this on the draw. This is a little bit more capable. It's still kind of slow, but like we do have a draw. I don't think he's gonna play that many 1-drops. I don't think he's gonna come out the gate swinging with like, really? I say that and then they play this. Like, why do people run this card? I mean, it's not necessarily terrible. I think on the draw it's terrible, but shift 1 speed. Speed is actually a really good shift, but I don't think it's that impressive of a card. And luckily I drew my own 1-drop to possibly trade with it. So play the Storm Drummer, get that Prophecy going, which will really be good. Especially if it hits a 2-drop, we can just have it fight something. And then turn 3, Styling Ambusher. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hang on to the Wrathwood Larch because we have 5 mana in hand total, or 2 and then 3, and then like there's the 6th one right there. So we're gonna actually be able to play this. So I think I want to hold it in hand this game. It gives it flying. Okay. Oh, for 1 turn. That's interesting. It's actually pretty strong. Not much I can do about that. Here, we'll just pass and then flash in like the Ambusher, most likely. Because if he attacks with this, we can flash in the ambusher and then block and kill it unless he has a pump spell. So we'll see. Us drawing lands is pretty awkward though. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm just taking another 3 if he wants to keep giving this thing flying. I think I'm okay with that. Does he have a counter spell? What is he holding up mana for? That's what I wonder. They can battle opposing troop. Well, we're gonna kill the Deadeye Ripper most likely then. Deadeye Ripper's already got in like 3 damage, which is really good for a 1-drop. So okay, I'm actually completely fine with that. I think I will make this trade because I'm looking just to stabilize against early damage. I feel like the throwback play was pretty good, but since I didn't waste additional cards, he basically like -1 himself. Okay, so that's gonna hit for 1. I'll be able to play the Sky Dancer, but it's not gonna be able to hit anything. It's not really gonna be able to fight anything. Go ahead and do this because we're gonna be able to activate this again next turn anyway. Go ahead and play this card just as a 4/6. I'll probably swing with this, which is not, well, yeah, I'll probably swing with it. This is each turn? Okay, so it includes his turn, right? Yeah, it does include his turn. That's awkward. So, okay, he's gonna be able to get in some damage. Spiderlings, if I start hitting them, then I'm gonna just lose this game. That's one thing about Cressida. She starts with less health than some other champs, so I have to. Yeah, there's the first Spiderling egg. That's really awkward. Sky Dancer, it's not gonna fight anything. I don't wanna. If I burn this thing, it's actually not too impressive. But I think I have to do it. Because it has basically unblockable. I need to start seeing more of my dudes. Unfortunately, he put a bunch of Spiderlings in my deck. Or he's going to start putting a bunch of Spiderlings in my deck. So the longer this game goes, the worse it gets for me. There's no reason not for him to swing here. So he can get in like 4 damage. Yeah, that shift is actually pretty good. I think it's awful on the draw, but it's pretty good on the play. So that's 4. I need to see like a Centaur healer. I say Centaur healer, but it's like called something else. The one that gives me +4 life. So there's what, like 3 Spiderlings left in my deck? Probably 4 at the start of my turn. So if I was to hit one, it'd be really awkward. Or just be really unfortunate. I think I need to play the rights right now. He might have a counter spell. Alright, it's the Caribor healer that I'm looking for. Gets us a 5/5. He might, if he has a counter spell, he'd counter that one probably. Kind of gets us back in the game. I don't think he can swing now, but we also can't swing either. And then this is just going to sit there and start trickling up. So we do need to see another creature in our deck if we can. Is that game? I think that's just game then. Yeah, that should be game. Because we can't block. There's 7 damage right there. Yeah. That's unfortunate. So I think the lesson learned there is that that hand is not keepable on the draw. It seemed okay, but it was actually not okay. Yeah, I shouldn't have kept that. I should have mulled to 5, I guess. I didn't really want to mold a 5, but I guess 5 would have been better than that hand, because I took a lot of damage just off of that speed guy, I think. So just some decision-making misplays cost me that one. Wrathwood Larch, I'll keep it, since we can do something with the Wrathwood Larches. Namely, we can turn them into mana if necessary, but we also have 3 in hand, so that's not too bad. 3, this would be 4, and then 5 potentially. So now I have the turn 1 Deadeye Ripper. That's good. Seeing combat trick this early, not very impressive. So I could pitch one of these for Wild Char, and that would be 4 and then 5. I'll probably start doing that if I don't see, if I don't draw shards. As long as I have shards in hand, then I think I'm fine. I can just, like, go do this. Because I want to have something on board. Play this. Yeah, so we do have a 4th mana still next turn. Skewer is pretty good here. Ageless Troubadour. So we are going to have 5 mana next turn if we do this. I think that's fine. Yeah, play this. What were the original stats? 2/2. I think it is 2/2 because this gave it, yeah, this gave it +2/+2. So this can block that, and if we don't see a shard, then we probably just pitch one of these to get the shard. That way we can play Wrathwood Lich next turn. Wrathwood Larch next turn, the other one in hand. Play an action, copy it. I don't think that's actually been relevant. It wasn't relevant first game, but if only that was an elf, that'd be really nice. I think what we want to do here is develop our board a little bit more. I do miss my land drop, and that's unfortunate, but I think it's better just to hold back. Because I can Fury Indignation this next turn anyway. I guess it depends on what he shifts this onto. I'll probably just kill this so he can't shift something with flight, but he can start giving stuff flight anyway. So this will bring us to 4. I can play this, and the Fury Indignation is flight. His flight, dude. That way he can't shift it onto something. Um, I don't think I attack here. I play the Wrathwood Larch next turn. That'll be good. He can start pressuring me with his champion power if he wants. But I think since I gained 4 life, that's not as impressive. I think he might have to do it anyway. But I don't think he can because these are 0 attack until he actually has he probably has that card that says like stuff without flying can't block this turn, and that'd be really strong. Here's 7, play the Wrathwood Larch. I think I make an attack with at least one of these. He's probably gonna play that thing that says like if it doesn't have flying, it can't block. So that'd be 16 damage right there. Jeez, that's the one that got prophesied. That's actually really good. Didn't want to attack this turn. Well, that's awkward for me, but yeah, he basically got a 2-for-1 there. I don't have a way to sack off dudes, so I need to start hitting more creatures in my deck. I'll hang on to this because this can trade up. But as long as I'm just sitting here passing, then these are just putting more eggs in the deck, which is unfortunate. Not really a fan of drawing shards this late in the game. So I didn't want to attack, because if I attack, then he just doesn't block, takes 4, and then I take a bunch on the crackback. Really? 3 shards in a row is awful. It's at the point where, like, if I draw any more shards, I'm just gonna hold them in my hand. This is probably where I'm gonna start seeing like spiderlings based on my luck. Just seeing those shards. Wow, this is the 4th shard I've seen in a row. Okay, we're just gonna hold it. I don't want to play this shard. I think it's not getting that much better for me. I think I am gonna attack here. It doesn't get that much better for me. The longer I'm just sitting here not doing anything. His crackback is a lot stronger than mine, but I can probably kill one of these. Jeez, he drafted all of those. He's not swinging though, that's good. There's the first, second, and I still drew a land. Wow. So I've drawn 5 lands in a row now. I only run 17. I've already seen like 4 in the game. Um, so I've seen like 9 out of 17. I've seen a little over half. This actually reminds me of why I like games like Force of Will, where you can't get mana screwed or mana flooded a lot better, like Hearthstone and Force of Will, where you don't have these actually unfun situations like this, where you're just like, well, I'm just drawing lands. Like, this is actually not fun. But, I mean, card game design aside, I feel like if resources are in your deck, yeah, that's probably game then. If you have resources in your deck that you play from hand, that design decision is just awful. Granted, Magic didn't know any better, but Hex probably could have designed a more fun game by not doing it that way. I'm just dead. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I actually think if I didn't draw just 5 lands in a row, if I drew dudes, then obviously I think I could come back, or at least I could, depending on what I drew, I might be able to come back. But with that draw, it was impossible. And I run a decently sized, like decently low number of lands for that purpose. Not specifically for that purpose. I think 17 is still correct for the deck, but that was just really unfortunate. There's not really much I could have done about that. Yeah. Oh well, we'll see how round 3 goes. I didn't actually like that guy's deck. I thought it was doing really weird things because it was kind of clunky, and then it had a flight. Well, it had the shift flight dude, but the general strategy was kind of cool of playing the 0/3s, and then using that card that says like opposing troops without flight can't block. I think that's pretty cool. I just wasn't able to go big fast enough. Well, I did go big pretty fast, but he got really lucky and I got unlucky because his prophecy card was the one uh, that got copied, and so he was able to 2-for-1 me. And then the Spirelings weren't really significant because he was probably gonna kill me without the Spirelings anyway. Once he drew that card that says dudes without flight can't block. Um, but I felt like his deck was an interesting strategy with some clunky cards. Um, whereas mine I felt was more streamlined. It's just I just drew a bunch of lands and he got a really good prophecy. So he got really lucky on the prophecy. Um, but I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have kept that hand. I felt like it was fine, but maybe I should be a little bit more aggressive about my mulligans. I'll probably try that for the next round. I'll see if I can be a little bit more aggressive. It's been a while since I played a game where your hands or you have to mulligan the whole hand as opposed to selective mulligan or partial Paris. But maybe it's a good learning experience. So I'll see.